I'm Addie, architecture enthusiast and a resident builder for Sims VIP. So building in The Sims is really fun, but can be really intimidating for people who'd like to practice more in build mode. The number one comment I hear about building is, all I can build is a box. Well, by the end of this series, I want to show you that, with build mode tools at your disposal, you can build so much more. We'll be starting with the very shape that everyone avoids ending with, a box. Any box will do, but take notice of the shape. Is it longer than wide? Is it square? Tally up big spaces with a lot of area. For example, the front and back of this box have a lot of room for detail. Speaking of detail, we're going to add some now, not in texture or color, but in shape. Look at this wall. Then this wall. All that was changed was the shape. I added small 3D details in order to make the wall less flat. On your home, these 3D details can come in many forms: extensions, alcoves, chimneys, and supports all add detail by making a wall less flat. The best builds in the gallery and builds in real life are rarely ever flat, so start thinking about how to break that up now so that you won't get overwhelmed later. Notice that the box is still the main shape, the biggest area. This is to make things easier when thinking of proportion and roofing. And speaking of roofing, it's about time we started working on ours as well. Now, don't be scared. Roofing looks difficult, but by attempting it patiently and slowly, you can give your box some fancy looks. Remember the main box shape that you can pick out? That's where your main roof is going to be. Pick either the gabled, hipped, or half-gabled as your main roof according to your style and taste. There! Notice now that it's apparent where the other, smaller roofs can go. It's a bit more difficult with combined boxes, but the same technique applies. Name, then accents. Well, here's where it gets a bit tricky. Combining roofs into smooth groupings that flow. Having a roof color and an outline color that clearly distinguishes the edges and folds of a roof make determining the flow of a roof a lot easier. In order to continue a flow, raise or lower the roof until the trim is together. If your roofs don't touch, just make sure that nothing is poking out, roof slopes are parallel, and flat roofs are still outlined with a bit of detail. Going back to our example home, you'll notice that something doesn't look quite right. The amount of roof greatly outmasses the amount of wall space. This throws the build off balance. Even the most detailed of builds can get thrown off balance due to lack of attention to proportion. Play with the wall height, roof height, and details to balance out a build. Remember, just because things are balanced doesn't mean they have to be symmetrical. And there! We have a shape of a house. Balanced, detailed, and we haven't even touched the in-game decoratives yet. Let's review what we've learned in this episode about our box. 1. Start with a big main box. 2. Add details through extensions. 3. Put a roof on the main box, then the details. 4. Balance the overall build with proportion. These tips, with practice, eventually will lead you to mega builds and beyond. So try playing with shape this week for practice. Share pictures of your progress with me. I'd love to look at your build and answer any questions you might have. Until next time, I'm Addie, and I hope you've enjoyed building out of the box with me. See ya!